Welcome back to Legacy of Kain Defiance. We are now in the Vampire Citadel. The Citadel of Apostates. I wonder if you got sick of it during Kain's chapters. I really hope that you haven't, for your sake. Thankfully, there will be no multiple runs through it this time. And this should be the real encounter with the possessed, but I mean with the transformed, but that one is inside of the wall, which is a very convenient place for this thing to be in. You know what? Like every single video, there are tons and tons of glitches. I don't remember the game being that glitchy, or I didn't remember the game being that glitchy from my previous runs through it when I was a teenager. It was not as glitchy, I think. Then again, maybe I am just misremembering it. Did I actually get hit by it? Did I actually get hit by it? Well, that was pathetic. Blop. I did not expect for that to happen. I absolutely did not expect that. To be honest, at this point, I'm having fun with the combos more than I'm choosing the optimal tactics, air quotes. As if there are optimal ways to kill things in Defiance. There's only one way. You kill it with a sword. Oh wow, this is fun. Thankfully, they are not as much of a pain to deal with here as they were in Soul Reaver 2, because in Soul Reaver 2, if you remember, you were always stuck with the Wraith Blade when you were in the Spectral Realm, no matter what. While in Soul Reaver, the optimal way to kill these fire demons was to hit them, to flinch lock them with your claws, because your claws were... The claws are the fastest weapon in Soul Reaver 2. Which in Spectral Realm you could not do. So it was a monumental pain in the butt to deal with them. Here, thankfully, I can do this. To be honest, I've seen other people play this game. I've seen other Let's Plays. Nobody does what I'm doing. Nobody. And I don't know why. Although I realize that it's kind of an exercise in tedium. Look at all this fun that I'm having. Finally it's dead. Alas. Now this was absolutely stupid, because I thought for some reason that I have to kill these Reaper Archons in order to unlock the door, to open the gateway. What I completely blanked out on is the fact that this is a Hilden gateway. The game blocks you with purple ones if it wants you to kill something in the Spectral Realm. So yeah, let's fight Hilden, because we have not fought enough of them. Plop. Also, there is a fire projectile perpetually stuck somewhere, and this sound is aggravating. By the way, do you remember Blood Omen 2? If you don't, or if you just decided to skip it, which some people, as it turns out, have, and it was the correct decision on their behalf, I'll be honest. If you don't remember your Blood Omen 2, the source of the Hilden invasion, by the way, yes, impaling things. The source of the Hilden invasion was essentially Janos' body, because the Hilden could use it to power their horrible machine of horribleness. The device. They powered that. And, well, Janos is resurrected. So something bad is going to happen to Janos. I wonder what will happen. I just need to fill the air while this fighting is happening. There's just... Thankfully, it's almost over. And then we're gonna fight more of the goddamn shades. Yeah, there are shades incoming. Okay, so the Hilden are dead. We can still see the Avernus from this vista, and Avernus is in flames, as it should be. Sick! More of the goddamn shades. Okay, now a thing here to take care, to pay attention to is how I am prolonging this fight, because I am convinced for whatever reason that going into that water in the middle of the room will insta-kill me. I think that it behaves like the mist, but it does not kill me, and I will end up there accidentally, and I will survive it, and then I will realize what an idiot I was, and still am. Just go into the water past me. And we are done with the fighting, finally. What the hell is with vampires and these textures? Ceiling. Why? Why? Now this hallway. Screw this hallway. You cannot run in one direction. No, you have to run forward and constantly adjust. You have to tap the right key. It's annoying. But now we are entering the important room of storyline.
I should have known I'd find you here.
Here and everywhere, now and always. I am the wheel and its turning. I am the circle of life and death.
And I am beginning to think the vampires committed suicide only to escape your voice.
Do not forego my favor with your impertinence, Raziel. You have finally fulfilled your purpose. I am pleased.
What are you trying to obliterate here, then? What is it about me that has you so afraid?
Your fate is trivial, Raziel. It was Kain's destiny that mattered all along.
master seemed keen to extinguish the purifying fire of the Spirit Forge. Perhaps the Reaver would loosen his grip.
And so it does. Now please pay extra attention to the fact that we have just hit the squid with the Wraith Blade. It will come into play a bit later. Okay, now here the idea is to turn on all these elemental fonts with the appropriate Wraith Blade enhancements. And every time you have to go further up. You have to make the climb, but thankfully the timing here and the time is not unlimited. The timing is quite generous, so you can even screw up, which I will do in this run, and still make it on time. Yeah, this jump is annoying. I like how the developers cannot decide whether the counterpart of fire is water or air. Also, I would like to point out that it annoys the living shit out of me how having to use the Earth Reaver to break the hold of the yellow squid here just completely destroys the cutscene that will come after we're done with this. Why does nobody ever notice? I can't be the only one who notices it. Come on. The cutscene must not be tied to the Earth Reaver. And if you have not played the game, you will see in like a minute, maybe less, what I'm talking about, why I'm ranting. But as it stands, we're almost done. And with this, puzzle solved.
It is accomplished. The Forge summons the spirit of every balanced guardian to itself for this final purpose.
Ariel? You?
Yes, Raziel. Yet I
was endowed for the scion of balance, for Kain, and he was now dead. What hope remained? I needed to find Janos, and soon. I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend.
This cannot be. What madness does this scene portend? Kain must think me credulous to suffer these lies.
Spirit Reaver. Spectral Reaver. Material Reaver. Dark Reaver. Light Reaver. Fire Reaver. Air Reaver. Water Reaver. Earth Reaver. Spirit Reaver. Perforate Carcass. Phantasmal Tempest. Shatter Spirit. Imperial Rending. Stasis Field.
And with this, we have everything there is to obtain as Raziel. And what just happened is the Wraith Blade has been purified by the souls of all Balance Guardians, which were all compelled at that moment to converge in that specific spot in the Spirit Forge. This is the ancient vampire's safeguard against apparently this particular situation with Naprator's corruption. But as Raziel said, Kain is dead, what hope is there? Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.